Is your strategy architecture future ready? In practice, a few simple signs can reveal potential problems. Just one person holds everything together. The strategy is reviewed only once a year, or the strategy lives in one huge Excel spreadsheet. Hello, I'm Alexis Savkin, founder and CEO of BSC Designer. A few years ago, I wrote an article called Future Ready Strategy Architecture, where I argued that a good strategy architecture should be modular, measurable, and adaptable. I formulated those principles intuitively based on our work with clients. Now, the statistics available in the platform allows us to examine them more systematically. Let's see what that data tells us about the principles of a good strategy architecture. Let's start with modularity. When we say that a strategy is modular, we typically imply that it consists of distinct scorecards. What is also important is that those scorecards are interconnected. That's exactly what we mean when we say that a strategy is cascaded. It is split into a hierarchy of connected scorecards. Most of the long-term clients of BSC Designer we have worked with have this modularity. In practice, it's typical to see an account with 50, 80 scorecards. Some of them are copies to ensure versioning, and there are almost always interconnected scorecards that form the core of the strategy. The number of the scorecards itself is not the point. What matters is that the strategy is decomposed into manageable components and that the relationship between those components are visible. What does it mean for your organization? If your strategy is still in one scorecard or one Excel spreadsheet, then most likely you are not decomposing the initial strategic content well enough. If that's the case, it will be difficult for your team to understand what strategic choices mean for them and how to start executing the adopted strategy. The next principle is having a measurable strategy. Most organizations think they are good at finding KPIs. The nuance here is what those KPIs actually are. Sometimes when helping clients with their scorecards, we see metrics such as quality of the product measured in percent. Technically, it's a metric, but it's far from being a good KPI. The problem here is that the concept of quality is not defined well enough. If our clients argue that this is how they made their strategy measurable, I typically recommend digging deeper and finding more specific qualities of the product, such as usability, maintainability, alignment with customers' need. A good decomposition stops when our quantification is directly related to the value that we create for stakeholders. That's a practical takeaway for any organization. A strategy is truly measurable only when the metrics connect the strategy to the aspirations of stakeholders, not when they just provide some performance numbers. Finally, the last pillar of a future-ready strategy is adaptability, having a learning loop built into strategy execution. Adaptability is a broad concept. What is the science of adaptability? What is the science of its absence? In an adaptable strategy architecture, I'd expect to see regular analysis of new inputs. I'd expect to see some discussion and collaboration, and of course, regular adjustments to the strategy implementation. That's where the account usage statistics come in useful. And there are some best practices that we have noticed among our users. The basic one, the amount of time strategy teams spend within the platform. What's interesting is how this time is distributed. The best practice is when it is distributed across various users in the account. The obvious anti-pattern is when there is just one user who does most of the work. Another best practice we'll look at is whether the indicators are updated regularly and what kind of updates are being made. The worst case is obviously abandoned scorecards, where indicators were updated on the 1st of January and will not be revised until the following year. Having scorecards updated regularly with fresh data is a very good sign. The ideal case is when updates to the performance data are supported by uploaded evidence and some comments. Evidence documents are a sign of reporting maturity, with all the practical implications such as beta data consistency and readiness for audits. Comments are a good indicator of learning happening around the strategy. In the best cases, those comments result in some tangible change, such as new initiatives or new business objectives. Finally, it's a very good sign of strategy adaptability when there is distinct scorecard or distinct scorecards dedicated to the analysis of external factors and risk assessment, especially when those scorecards are properly quantified and their findings are aligned with the main strategy. For me, it's a sign that this strategy team understands all three pillars of sustainable strategy architecture. In the end, I want to share a practical takeaway for any organization. Shift from performance reporting to performance management. Ask your team to question the initial assumptions, discuss anomalies in performance data, and suggest improvement ideas. Promote the idea of stakeholder-focused thinking and encourage connection between different parts of the strategy. That's how you make your strategy implementation future-ready. Thank you for your time. Feel free to contact our team to discuss your strategy execution challenges.